What is up, guys? Maybe somebody will find me. That was a nightmare. Howdy, guys. I'll give everybody time to figure out that maybe my other video will show up here. There's a couple people are. Hey, Revolving Blades. Hey, Mike Reese. Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me? Is the audio working? Cool. Cool. I apologize for the cat. How's everybody doing? Yeah, that is Tippy. Take two. Absolutely, Jay Dizzle. Pocket metal. What is up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great week. I figured I would jump in since Dr. Lefty EDC is on his way to Blade Show West to make sure that I can actually stream for an hour since we've got Nav Live coming up, and I will be doing this at 4 a.m. And I'm stoked. Steven Leland, how is everybody? Oh, Jay Dizzle. I still got to get up with you, my man. I really want to grab some of those Akushi scales, and I also want to talk to you about some Sage 5 scales. Yeah, Mike, 4 a.m. is the slot. I told everybody that I would take any slot that they had a hard time filling. So last year, I think I was on with Red Wolf as a guest at 5 a.m. And I'm going to try to stay up for the whole 24 hours this year. I fell asleep from 6 o'clock till 9:30 last year, so I missed DTOM's, I missed, I think, Christine and Peter's first one, and I missed first half of Tri-State. So yeah, I'm going to sleep up beforehand and be ready. What's up, Tabarsky? Flipping knives without cutting a cat. Hey, Tippy. That starts November 4th and 5th, and you can check me on that, but that should be a Friday night into a Saturday night. Let's see if she'll lay over here. No? It's okay, baby. Well, it looks like Tippy's going to insist on being in the stream. Sweet Jay Dizzle. I'm definitely in, man. Everything looked good in what you sent. I just need to either have you pick material which you think out of the four I said, or find one. Yeah, Tippy's she'll get bored in a second. But I picked that up from Terry T-Rex in our brother Jason Brown's My Bad auction. And then I got in touch with my friend Brian Kim, and I didn't get him to do one of his super nice blades, but I did pick up one of his 3V blades that he had from one of his mods. put an edge on it, and am very impressed with the sliciness of this particular 3V blade. So what all you guys carry today? Oh, Mike, that sounds awesome. The full tie? Sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I did too. I was surprised because I didn't know what OG, these are original goat scales. I didn't know which ones that they were going to come in. And the ones that I had before that I gifted forward were just the raw aluminum. And these, I guess, are Cerakoted. I thought they looked pretty sweet. And then it had a Lynch kind of flame clip on it, deep carry, which my other 80 20.5s have deep carry clips. So I was pretty stoked with that. Nice. What'd you do to mod your Kung Wu, Jay Dizzle? God, a Rosie. That's one of my grails. Give y'all a little peek into my beverage life before I pop it. I hope they don't take this away. This is Dr. Pepper Dark Berry, and it is the bomb. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight for a little while. QSB Hawk carbon foil and knife center penguin. John Pauly was carrying the Shaman in Native 5 in the pocket now. Sweet. Shaman can't get beat. Yeah, that is a dark berry pocket metal. Not to be confused with the berry that resides deep within the keister. Yeah, Jay Dizzle, I've had the cream soda, but it was by accident. That's just one of the flavor profiles ever since I was a little kid that I just was not big into the cream soda. Cream and anything that could have sour attached to it because I was just traumatized by sour cream as a boy. So cream soda was always just a mental block. Ooh, Matthew. That is awesome. I don't know which is more awesome, the Rosie or the huge FSD. Koenig Arius, wow. Those are all three fantasy knives of mine. Tangram button lock, that's solid Taberski. That is a solid knife. I actually handled one at Blade Show this year that Cue Ball had. Craig Wilkes. Hello. Hello, Revolving Blades. See if I can get a flip without cutting the cap. That's the 3.5 inch Atom. Oh, Tip. How are you, brother? Jay Dizzle, I'm very interested in one. We need to talk offline. I don't know if I'm going to have the actual wherewithal, but I can definitely talk to you about it, and it might be something that I would be very serious about. When I say Arius, Rosie, and FSD, those are literally my grails. I just whacked the cat. Dark Gravity. Did I cut you open, Tip? Or were you just getting aggravated with me? I think that just blunt thumped you. I just whacked her with the blunt tip of the Jaeger. So no more knife flippings until she bails. Which may or may not happen. Yeah, luckily Taberski, that wasn't Shaman or it wasn't something pokey stabby. It wasn't this Eclipse that I was playing with. Luckily it was just the blunt tip of that Jaeger. Oh, Tip, I hope you are on the mend, my man. Get comfortable. You want me to move some knives out of your way? Pepperoni never does this to Tri-State. You've got the whole couch. Sorry about that, guys. This is what I carried today. I've already boogered it up a little bit from it being carried, but that's all right. Who's calling me? Yeah, Tippy gives 0, and she wouldn't even be up here unless I was filming. If I'm trying to film, she just wants to jump up here. And I don't ever do any cuts or any edits in my videos, so she does make it challenging. But she's 100% unfazed. If I mess with her, she'll try to draw blood on me. She gives love, kind of like our knives give us love. What's up, Jake from Ohio State? Favorite production knife of the year? That is a great question because I definitely have, Michael Morgan, my man, how are you? I definitely have what I think is the best value knife of the year in mind. But best production knife of the year, where we sit today, in my opinion, it's either the Jaeger, in my mind, the Sharp by Design, and I love the Vision R. A lot of people don't, but I'm a huge, huge fan. Tippy, why don't you go see Grateful Panic? See what he's doing. So that's what I carried this afternoon. I usually carry, especially when I work from home and drive and travel to different meetings, I'll carry 2 or 3 knives a day at different times. The clip on the Grant Gripper, Michael Morgan, without doubt, the winner. The Factor is the baddest knife. I was just thinking about what I had in my collection. But yes, the Winter Blaze Factor, it is hard to come up with a knife that's more revolutionary and cool and looks more fidgety. The one I played with at Blade Show for only about 5 minutes was definitely something that wouldn't get old. You think it's pokey, Brian? See, it goes in and out of pocket for me with no problem. But I wear jeans and or khakis. I don't wear anything. I've definitely seen a much worse clips and dealt with much worse clips. My least favorite clips is on my most favorite Tucson. Where is it? I don't know what number this is, but it's this Tucson right here. Absolutely amazing knife. Let me open it. It's got fantastic action, fantastic access to the lock bar, but the clip sucks. And it's recessed, so I've tried to swap it with every different clip I can find. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I'm going to have to send it off and get a clip made. I've tried to do a little tweak into the clip, and with a little more tweaking, it would be doable, but I mean, there's just no give to it. It's just a shitty design. But the knife, the detent, lay down, Tippy, at ease. Thunder's out. Sweet, O-Tip. Which CJRB you got coming? Or did you already say? Hey, why don't you go get a treat? You'd think the cat would decide to go somewhere else. He's just going to... Hashtag be up, absolutely. That Jason Brown, always and forever. Grateful Panic got his shirt in today from Pocket Metal, and mine's is supposed to hit tomorrow. It's in Birmingham, so I'm stoked. And we've got a cool plan, some other stuff we're thinking about doing that we all had talked about here locally wanting, and I think it'd be something really cool. Stay tuned. The Crag is fantastic. Do you have the Crag that's got the liner lock, or do you have the one with the recoil lock? I had the recoil lock, and I really enjoyed that. Oh, Brian, that is lame. But the good news is you've got a Maverick on the way. Why don't you go get some food, Tippy? Why don't you go get some food? Pocket Metal, if you're still in here, I really need prairie dogs. My cat is oblivious to anything that I'm trying to do. I can be working and she will just sit on the keyboard. I mean, she's a fixture. I can move her, I can tell her no, and she'll jump right back up here. And she never sits up here unless I'm trying to do something. She just knows. They're evil. I love her, don't get me wrong, but cats definitely don't have our best interest at heart. Put it this way. I've got a dog that's sitting over by the door. She's 12, 13 years old. She's sweet as she could be. If I died here and I was alone and nobody found me, Ashley, the German Shepherd rescue, would starve to death just laying by my body. Whereas Tippy would wait about 8-9 hours till I started to get cold, and she would start eating me. Even though she loves me, but she would love the taste of me too. Cat Carta. We almost saw some Cat Carta. If that had been this knife, that would have been ugly. I would have been having to shave her and stitch her up. Scotty Sobex, what is up, my brother from another mother? I put my hand on the TRM and Scotty shows up. But that is a great little knife. I did a review on it. It's hard to recommend it just because the clip sucks. And again, it's my favorite knife. I thought about getting rid of the clip altogether and having Joe make me a slip for it because it's not a big knife. Scotty, what'd you carry today, Sobex? I love your little atlas. I don't want anybody to think I'm being cruel to animals. She's actually the one being cruel. Brian, do you put videos of your fly tying up on Instagram? I have not, Scotty. And if I was on StreamYard, not just on YouTube, I'd pull it up for us to look at it. But I am trying to figure out, did they change the name of the Atlas, or did I read it wrong before they started releasing them again? Or did they just do the At Last kind of as a pun? I'm going to walk over here and shake Tippy's treat bag. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, Tip. Well, that'll buy me a few minutes. I need to raise my little arm here so I can get more. Tippy just now left. She's been up here laying the whole time.
Oh, really?
Say hey to Grateful Panic, everybody.
Howdy, howdy.
He's walking out the door in the dark with a skateboard in his arms.
I'm going to pee first, and then I'm going out in the dark.
That's what it's going to sound like when Grateful Panic pops off the pavement. What's up, Chaz? Like sharp objects? Be safe, brother. Your helmet's on the table.
I might try it because I put different trucks on.
Just in case you bounce off your head. Yeah, Panic's turned into a skateboarding fool. I think I've created a monster. This is a smooth knife. That's exactly what I say, Scotty. I wear one just to be a good example for the kiddos. But I've given him a cool ABEC 11 helmet. This green with the fly on the side of it. Uh-oh. 2 misses in a row. 3 misses. Oh, fuck it. If I had the drop point, I'd have a lot more access or a little more access to that fuller. But yeah, the 3V, when I sharpened it up, very slicey. That's 18-degree edge. I'm about to be invaded by Tippy. I need to reach out to White Shoes' dad that gets on Zach's show. I forget his name now. The guy who does the electronics reviews, and find out how he keeps White Shoes in check. Oh, it takes an edge so much better, Scotty. And I've listened to Jared talk about it, Neves, and he talks about how it takes a fine edge. I stopped at probably 800. But in terms of slicey, this is a slicey knife. And that's the factory edge from Wee. Tippy says, hey y'all. Thank you, Chaz. I appreciate that, my man. All you people bring me joy. I wish I was going to Blade West. Michael Morgan says, what up, Tippy? I haven't caught any of the last recent lives from Jared's. I think I'm usually watching Stevie and or Lefty on Thursday. When does Jared go live? Wednesday nights. I can't keep up. It just looked like I knew Lefty usually went live on Thursday nights and knew that he went live today at 1 p.m. I saw it pop up at work and I couldn't jump in. Scott, it's not. When you think about the 20.5, I feel like you're paying $150 for the lock and the liners. The rest of it is, but I've got 4 of them. I've got 1 D2 and 2 Aus 10s, 2 clip points, and 2 shark's foots. I mean, in terms of the platform, by having the lock and the liners, what you can do with it, all 4 of mine look radically different. And then this one's got the tie original goat scales, which feel totally different than the aluminum. And then I got some Carbonize from Spencer. Carbonize, if I'm pronouncing that right, does the killer carbon fiber. Those are gold flake. So what's everybody got their eye on? Is anybody hunting anything that they're getting ready to pull the trigger on? I'm waiting for funds next Thursday, but I have not fallen in love. Yeah, Brian, I'm not crazy about the Axis locks, and I know that the Shark locks don't have much detent either. But I've gotten to where I can reverse flick them with my finger off the stud so easy as I fail it because I didn't want to whack Tippy. But I like the Shark locks, but I have a bunch of Benchmades that I rarely carry. Z-Man, what is up, buddy? We're just competing with the cat for space. And failing. I'm failing. I'm failing the tribe. This is my favorite Medford, the infraction. Oh, Tip, I'm still playing catch up. I'm doing the same thing. I've had a lot of unexpected nasties come up lately. But I consider myself blessed because I'm healthy. So does everybody work on Friday, or do you guys try to take out Friday? You got pre-orders, Michael? Mike Jernak, are you looking for, when you say fat carbon that looks Arctic, something like that? I've got some Flytanium carbon fiber scales, reach out to me on Instagram. I'll send you some pictures of them, but they're not fat carbon. Hold on, let me see if I've got them right here. My scale drawer is too cluttered. But I know I've got a set of carbon fiber because I put Metin Boss on my bug out. Did you pre-order that off Kunwoo's site, Chaz? Because I've definitely had my eye on that. My latest purchase that came in, I've got one Tucson on the way, but this Black Mirror by Max Ace is an amazing knife at an amazing price, but don't buy it from Blade HQ or you'll pay $40, $45 more than anywhere else. Look at the access to that lock bar. It's on washers. I carry it all the time. And I forget which number Tucson I have coming in, but during Tri-State's Tuesday Night Live, somebody mentioned the number and said it was Medford Big. And I went to White Mountain Knives. They were looking at it, and there was one in stock. It's in D2, but it looks like an overbuilt titanium knife, and I pulled the trigger on one. Kind of overbuilt like that, except it's not as wide. But that's a heavy honking knife right there. Scotty, if you're still in here, what's this blade remind you of? Juggling Ninja, my brother from another mother. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate all y'all for stopping in. I apologize for the cat. It does look like the Shadow, doesn't it? Or the Nerd. That's kind of what I thought. This is a John Gray GPB1, which I don't know what that stands for, made by Kaiser. Like a $230 knife that Blade HQ at one point sold it for $120, and I picked one up just because I thought it looked weird. Brian, he's got a scale project or two planned for me. That's true, Craig. Cat's world, we just spend time in it. How is the Ahab? Have any of y'all got one of those? I've seen it and been interested in it. It looks really thin. I don't know what's kept me from getting one. Very slicey. Have you been making scales for them, Jay Dizzle? So is anybody here going to Blade West? Or live close to Blade West to where you can slip over? Yeah, it looks unlike, the Ahab looks unlike any other knife out there. Oh, I got you. Oh, Tip, where do you live, buddy? Are you in the Midwest? I shared that post, Scotty. That was I think Stevie put that up, and I used that repost and posted it like twice. Had to pull it down because I failed it. 300 miles north of San Jose, California. Beautiful out there. Well, if I ever get out that way, or if I ever go to a West show, I will fly into San Jose. We'll rent a truck and we'll get you there. Because I'd love for you to see all the people and see what it's like. It blew me away. I went to my first one just in June. And again, the knives were secondary. Yeah, Tippy's real concerned about what's going on. Yeah, Z, I was sorry to hear about that, buddy. I hope things are going all right. I know it's beautiful up there, O-Tip. I've never been up that way, but I've definitely fantasized about it. It's in, John Pauly, it's in Salt Lake City, Utah, of all places. Chaz, there's a lot to do in Atlanta. I mean, there's a lot to do in the evenings, a lot of, depending on what she's into, what y'all are into, it would be a great dual purpose vacation. Probably one of the best aquariums in the country, the Atlanta Aquarium. Yeah, said Stevie just he landed earlier today out in Salt Lake City for Blade Show, and I know Kevin's on his way. He was posting fidgeting videos from airports. That's right, Z-Man. I saw JB and Nelly posted a couple of pictures from the airport earlier today, and I want to say Jody's made it safely out there. And I don't know when Zach was going, but I'm sure he was flying out today too. I look forward to the pictures. Scotty, to the back of the plane. I bet Stevie's got a ton of miles from all the traveling he does. I can get rental cars for a week because I drive around the state of Alabama all the time. It's cool that they were on the same flight though. There were so many people at Blaze Show East. I mean, you could literally throw a rock and bump into somebody that we chat with. I don't know how many people are going to Blaze Show West, but even if a tenth of the people are out there, it would be worth the trip. Take care, Craig. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Sorry to jump on unannounced and have a live. Hey, Stephen Wallace. Has anybody got any crazy fun plans for the weekend? Or looking forward to relaxing or just waiting for stuff to hit the mailbox? Scotty, is it just starting? NC State and Florida State? Panic got his Jason Brown shirt today, and mine will be here tomorrow. We ordered them the same day. That's weird. Oh, you're there. Sweet, buddy. And I guess you're pulling for Florida State? Crab Legs' team? I'm kidding. I know you're not pulling for Florida State. You don't have to type expletives at me. Is Dark Gravity in here or did he fall asleep? Jay Dizzle, your work is impressive, my man. And the knives that you've shown that you work on are the knives that I'm needing scales for. Because you could probably do a Watu too from Spyderco, couldn't you? Disc golf. Love it. Oh, there's a tree blocking a path where you're having to hook around it? So this would be up your alley, Jay Dizzle. Since they're not inset, anything, any of these Tai Chung Spydercos. No, that's the wrong one. That's the one. The Sage 5. This might be trickier. These are inset, I think. But I know we can do a set of these because I've seen yours of these. And I think you did the Y2 that NAF had, right? Well, I'm stoked to get some of your work. Scotty, that's awesome. Congratulations, man. Brian. Well, Jay Dizzle, if it's something you want to do and we, something you get time for, I'll send it to you. All right, Jay Dizzle, I'll definitely do that, buddy. I'll send you a message on Thursday, and we'll just hit up a total, and I'll send it your way. Guys, I'll probably get off of here and let Tippy have her space back and let everybody get doing what they were doing. And I appreciate all of y'all stopping in. I really do. And I know y'all do. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. And look out for the guy or gal to your right. And just be kind to each other. Life is tricky. Life can be stressful. But we've got each other. And let's do it with open hearts. And bring each other up. Be up. Hashtag be up. At Jason Brown. Oh, Tip, it was great talking to you, buddy. Eureka sounds like a beautiful place. John Pauly, thank you, man. Juggling Ninja, appreciate you, my friend. Scotty, always great seeing you, my friend. Z-Man, glad you found us. Sorry my first live petered out and it was in portrait mode. So I had to learn how to start it back. Absolutely. Have a great night, Jason Brown. I know he's here with us. Guys, I love you all. Brian, appreciate you, my friend. Love you all. Jay Dizzle, I'll be in touch, man. Peace, guys.